Over the weekend at PFT, you probably saw some stories with quotes and other observations from Todd Gurley, the new Falcons running back, who still isn't officially a member of the Falcons because he hasn't taken a physical, Chris. He has to pass that physical. The knee is a concern. If he fails the physical, he may boomerang right back to the Rams and say, hey, you owe me another $10.5 million that was injury guaranteed. He says he's not worried about the physical. I expect him to say that. Do you think he should be concerned about the physical?
Well, yes, I do. I mean, just from the stuff that we know over the last few years, the injury dating back to his time at Georgia when he was the running back there, I'd be a little concerned, especially in the current climate where we've seen, some teams back out of their contracts and things like that. I would be a little scared, certainly. Yes, but I think ultimately this is a move that Atlanta knew the risk as far as the player they're looking at. And I would expect that they would expect to look at his knee and not think it's going to be perfect, that there is going to be some issues there. And I would feel that they've done their due diligence a little bit beforehand here to feel somewhat comfortable about it.
Yeah, I agree with that. And the Falcons plan to use him sparingly. He says he's still that guy. I think we just lost Chris. He says he's still that guy. The Falcons don't want him to be that guy, and I think they understand that if they make him that guy, he's not going to be healthy for very long. Another issue that came up, Todd Gurley no longer wearing number 30. He is switching to number 21, and Gurley was on radio in Atlanta on Saturday saying that Deion Sanders told him not to wear number 21. Now, Deion played for the Falcons for 5 seasons. Then he went to the 49ers, went to the Cowboys, went to Washington, retired, went to Baltimore. So it's not like he's a lifelong member of the Falcons. His number isn't retired. A bunch of guys have worn 21 since Sanders last played for the team in 1993. But according to Gurley, Sanders didn't want him to wear 21, and Sanders says he was joking about it. Chris, if Deion Sanders told you not to wear a number, what would you say?
I would listen to Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders he's an all-time great to me where a little bit like we saw with Chris Godwin in Tampa Bay, right? With the Tom Brady situation. I would just go, man, this is Deion Sanders, one of the greatest of all time, maybe the greatest corner to ever play. I don't even want to be put in the same sentence as him. And it is funny. I mean, you're right. There's a lot of other players that have worn this, but I guess this is the most name notoriety type player to have worn it to where it was said at first. But no, I would probably listen to Deion, and I wouldn't even welcome that. I would just find a new number.
Maybe we finally figured out why you wore number 2 at Tampa Bay. You were paying homage to Deion's number at Florida State. He wore number 2 there. He didn't tell you not to wear number 2.
That was part of the reason. It was part of the reason. Deion Sanders at Florida State and Derek Jeter were a big reason I wore number 2.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.